Hello, Bumpy McSquigums here. It's time for some more Xenonauts, guys. This is the part of the double dose to make up for yesterday, and yes, it is episode 55. 55, guys. The perfect symmetry of... Nah, I got nothing. Alright, guys, we're gonna hop in, and we are going to do another night mission, maybe, probably... You know, I'm gonna maybe see if I can wait. The other one was 74. This is 76. This actually might let me do it during the day. I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna go for it. Let's hope it lasts. And it looks like it did. Sweet. Alright. I had no idea. I figured I would still mess it up somehow. But nope. 74 and 76. That means I have a pretty good chance of it lasting. I did manage to do it 3/4 through the night. I don't know. It's fine. This should be a lot easier than the last one. And we have one of our more veteran units back in, though Ruperta Queen was definitely getting up there. One of our stronger ones, so I'm kind of sad. Okay, well, I still need to adjust the layout again a little bit because I did mess up once upon a time, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm not hating it passionately. There is an alien available for me to murder somewhere. Alright, and there he is. He is decked out in his little purple clothing. It's fine. He's hidden quite well behind that thing. Guess I'll move this way. And I see a new one again? It's a different one? Oh yeah, way over there. Alright, now that we might actually be able to do something about. So let's unload our folks with their extra shields and get them moving out. And we'll do the same thing with Scooty U-Turn Singleton. Welcome back aboard, my friend. It has been a while. And we'll have him shoot at a rock because that's what serious aliens do. They shoot rocks because they're mad. They hate geology in all of its forms. So there you go. Geology, the science of rocks. Rah! That's fine. Hey, I'm sure there's many things we can learn from rocks. Maybe. That might be a stretch. But, you know, there are geologists out and about in the world. I mean, obviously they can make a living doing it. So there has to be something to the whole art of rock study. I will not begrudge them of that. And pew! When there's a nice beautiful shot. And then we're going to move over here, and we're going to face this way, and we're going to take a knee. And then we're going to chew on that knee until the person stops screaming in agony. Let go my knee, why are you eating my knee? Because we like to do such things. And blam. Down you go, fool. What are my stats at? I should have 100% accuracy by now. Oh yeah, I do. I'm beautiful and wonderful in all ways. Yadvarnis, your accuracy is only 60. What is going on, man? You've been a sniper for quite a long time. Have I just not given you that many shots? I thought I probably utilized you more than anyone else. As far as our snipers, I mean, you don't always get the kills, but you're always shooting things. Man, I'm actually kind of bummed out by that. I thought for sure his accuracy had to be at least like in the upper 80s. I know he hasn't been around as long as the others, but and there's no reason for it to be like 60 or 70 or whatever the heck it was. And that's pretty darn low. It's really low. Alright, I don't know if these dudes pack grenades or what, so maybe a mistake for me to walk over here. Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. We'll find out, I guess. Alright, gonna do some deep knee bends again. And just kind of look around. Oh. Well, he doesn't have a shot on me. Alright. Who do we forget? We forgot Mutanat of all people. Kind of find that to be a little humorous. We're going to just run by. Oh. Getting shot at. He's going to... Again, they hate geology. They hate it with a passion. Maybe it would be wiser if I went here. And then knelt. Sure. So we're pretty open and exposed to horrible bad things happening to my people right now. I can't say I'm super thrilled with that, but we'll see. We'll see how it all pans out. Alright. Let's see. Somewhere. Not sure what they're shooting at exactly, but there's definitely a lot of gunfire going everywhere. Sadly, none of it really even came close to my people. I suppose something hit a shield, so I can't say that with 100% certainty or accuracy, but it didn't do much. It wasn't overwhelmingly impressive. Alright, and there you are. Oh. Well, again, not super worried. Not super worried. Bit surprised that went as well as it did, though. Alright, next up, we have good old Redith coming around the corner. And Blowy, and down he goes. Oh, we can't crouch. That's unfortunate. That's fine. I guess I'll put MC Clap Your Hands right over here. And then next turn, maybe I can throw out some pain and suffering. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Man, I wish my throat wasn't going blah 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 to me, but it's okay. All right, Happy Giraffe has given us a well deserved and needed vision. I'm going to move over here and 95%. Boom! Down he goes. Alright, so that was sweet, sweet, nice. That was quite beautiful, well adjusted, and well, just well done, I guess, overall. I have no qualms. I have no qualms. Alright, Mutanot, I guess you can go do the scouty thing. You're still somewhat hurt, but not overwhelmingly so, and you have pretty high hit points in general, so I feel somewhat safe sending you into your own death, or into a situation where you could get shot. Somewhat safe. Alright. Well, Yad Varnis, my friend, why don't you go over there? That might be a good place for you. Alright, so we have an alien there. And we have an alien over there. That's good to know. Alright. Oh, we'll get Splooch over here. And it looks like those might be the last two external aliens. We will see. And I feel like I'm missing someone. Yep, I feel like somebody is missing. Are you in the air? Ah, you are in the air. Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah. Stand. Alright, well, let's see if you can kill an alien. Nope, but you can certainly hurt it. And that is half the battle, I guess. Oh, okay. That's no big deal. Just absorb the shots, that's fine. Okay, it's okay. It's good. Everybody's fine. Oh, that's not good. The Redith just gets shot in the face. I don't approve of that at all. Just keep shooting. Yeah, that kind of sucked. Yeah, I should have crouched. I assumed I had the TUs to move and then crouch. Well. Oh, no shot, huh? That's kind of unfortunate. Alright. Yeah, she ate a bullet. Well. Oh, darn it, I moved too far. Dang it. Whatever. You're not suppressed either. That's interesting. Well, you're gonna go chase down the guy that decided to run from you. And there he goes. I'm gonna kneel. I think Redith is just gonna kind of man up and get revenge for getting shot. And bam, there it is. The revenge kill. Alright. So that's fine. Is MC Clap Your Hands equipped with? She is, but I think we're going to go with Nicole Hernandez doing stuff. So let's land here. Come on, you can do it. Throw a nice big old heal up on her. Well done. And you can even swap back to your weapon. What? And start moving toward the ship. Alright. Your shield actually didn't even really get hit that much. It's kind of impressive. I have to say, I'm mildly impressed with that. Alright, well, you're ready to go into the ship next turn. I kind of want to go out with you, but I think it might also be bad, so we're gonna play it, I don't want to say safe, we're gonna play it a little bit more cautiously, I guess would be a good way of wording it. We get Yad Varnis into position. suppose I will plop myself down right over here. And at this point, we should be pretty safe. I guess we'll throw Splooch into harm's way a little bit more. So that's what he's there for. Old Senor Capitan Splooch. There we go. Alright, so everybody's moved except the happy giraffe, which needs to get up here. Our silly, silly giraffe. There we are. Alright. Shot at the giraffe, too. And twice he hit the shield. That's pretty darn impressive. Considering he missed everybody else. Yeah, the giraffe did not enjoy his little stint there. Okay, I assumed the other path would have been better, but... Alright, and we have 1 shot, and we have 2 shots. And we see another alien. Apparently 2 other aliens. Wow, well, that one decided to shoot at me. Alright, Scoony, you in position, buddy? You know what? Alright, well, we have a 43%. We're gonna take it. We're gonna miss it. It's okay. And we have a 49. And do we have a... We do. Boom is already on the ground. And 68. And bam! One of our snipers actually hit. Sadly, it wasn't me this time. It was Nicole Hernandez. Sorry for the sniffling, guys. Apparently, I'm a little sniffly. I have sniffleitis. That doesn't sound like a very good thing to have, actually. Sniffleitis does sound less than awesome. Alright, well, hopefully nothing bad happens, putting me into that terrible position. Like I did. Move him up there. He just... Oh, he got blocked. Yes, because that's apparently a thing. Alright, prep to survive is going to continue to just do some scoutage, I guess. We're going to still be able to breach without prep and without Senor Capitan Splooch. See, the more you can add to a name, the more impressive the name becomes. So he could just be Captain Splooch, he could just be Splooch, he could be Senor Splooch, he could be Captain Splooch. I think I said that one already. But if you add extra syllables and make it Capitan, that's more impressive. And then you add Senor Capitan, it's even more impressive. And then you can do something like Senor Capitan Esquire Splooch, and then bam, most impressive yet. That works with almost anything. More letters, more syllables, more vowels even to a degree. Becomes impressive. It does. Alright, who did we not move? Readeth, the Sleeping Wonder. Alright, I guess we'll end our turn and see what he decides to do over there. Or if he calls reinforcements, or maybe he calls long distance, calls collect. I don't know. Looks like he's just going to shoot random parts of the ship. Oh! Nice long shot, and resisted. Beautiful, sweet, sweet, nice. MC, clap your hands. Welcome aboard. Alright, Scoony, you're back in action. Let's see if we can actually get you a kill. I think I already did, but we'll pretend like I didn't, and we're going to try again. And nope, not quite, but that's okay. You did well. You did well. Sure. Utana likes to kill stuff. Let's get him another kill. Blammy. And there it is. Alright, so that happened. The happy giraffe resisting bullets since 1980. What? And clear. And why not? Who cares? Let's go MC claps. I said there's almost never anybody in here, and yet there was a dead alien in there. That could have been bad. Arrogance. It will be my downfall. It will be my downfall. Alright. Everybody move forward. Yadvarnas, look this way. Yep, unfortunately, I don't know. Unfortunately something, guys. My dog walked in, distracted me. Tried to mute the loud flapping door thing, but it didn't work. I was too slow on the muting thing. Unfortunately, there's no more downed aliens, but you know, we cut our nails. You can still hear them on the floor in the background. So if you guys are ever wondering, oh, that's interesting. There's not usually that much of a gap behind the alien ship. If you guys are ever wondering what that weird clicking sound is, it's a dog walking around doing her dog thing. Oh, sounds like she's going into demon mode, maybe. Maybe not. She does that every once in a while. She gets like energy burn off, or I think is what it's officially called, or something, where she just has pent up energy, and she starts going, running around in circles like crazy and stuff. And it's really weird. It's a little off-putting at times. You're like, what? Is she okay? So she goes crazy, and it's quite funny, but it is strange. All right, hopefully nothing bad happens. Who knows? Probably will. Whatever. We'll deal with it. We lost somebody in the last mission, or last episode. We can lose someone on this one too, I guess, if we had to. I heard there's some research that increases your workshop and science productivity by 50%. I'd love to get my hands on that stuff. That would be amazing. I would be a happy panda for that one. Be able to produce quicker? Oh my goodness. There's not even words to describe how happy that would make me. Be able to get my aircraft out. Finally get my stupid Air Force. I want to say sectioned off right, but that's not really the correct term. Oh, hello. Well, that's rare. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to go deal with that, huh? I don't think Prep has enough oomph to do this. I was wrong. I should have never doubted you. Okay, yeah, so that happened. And junk and stuff and junk. I should be able to get my Air Force fitted correctly, outfitted, ready to go. Decently armed, I don't know, whatever term you want to use, should be okay. The Air Force should be good to go relatively soon. Once I get production up higher, I'm kind of struggling right now because, well, I mean, obviously things are going to get more complex and harder to produce and everything else as time goes on. But I was actually ahead of the curve on research and everything else for quite a while. And then it's just been, I don't know if it's good or bad, that just more and more things were getting researched and done and ready to go. So I missed Senior Capitan Splooch Esquire, so let's get him moving. Alright, we're going to end our turn. If they don't open the doors and murder us, we should be pretty safe to go in the next turn. And it looks like we are good to go. Alright, we're going to breach with the Happy Giraffe. Alright, looks like there's 2 aliens in here. And we're going to go toward one. Eventually, after our stop-and-go traffic issue here, we're going to get a shot off. He'll be like, what'd you do to me? Pew! Pew! And we're fine. Alright, guess we'll go on with our other shield unit. And we're... sure, we'll do that. Scooney, what's up, buddy? Bam! Doing work. And Yad? Bam. Well played, sir. Redith, I suppose you could use another kill on your resume. You are trying to catch up to Mutana and earn that plasma rifle. Or shotgun, or whatever it is you have. Alright, so 6, 10, 8, 11, 6, and 9 injury days for my peeps. Not great, not terrible. Happy Giraffe is enjoying his stat increase. He is Lieutenant, which isn't bad. Commander Scooney U-Turn Singleton did work as well. Some decent stat updates all the way across the board for him. 112 total sales. It is looking pretty good. I'm hoping, like I said, I keep hoping that my things are going to start happening here. There we go. The transport has arrived at the base. So let's go take a look at the base. And we had you that is now equipped for Wolf Armor. Welcome aboard, sir. Welcome aboard. We are producing that. Okay, was there other things that we were doing? Sure, I'll do another radar array. Why not? Might as well, right? Might as well. We have living quarters. I guess I could do a medical center as well. We have some extra money laying around, so it's not a terrible idea. I don't really want to drop ship over here, but we'll do what we have to do. We have a workshop. I don't want another science building, so I should be okay with that. Ooh, I think I know what I'm going to do. Sorry, guys. I decided as I was leaving, I'm going to do another living quarters here. And I am going to do another workshop as well. Like I said, we're pretty okay on money right now. It's not fantastic. It's not great by any stretch. All right, so there's a cruiser UFO, guys. Feel free to pause and read. Two-level central saucer contains an upper floor command room, which is nice. We'll close that up. And did that. What is our Air Force looking like now? Let's take a look. Fully healed. Not quite fully healed. And it looks like fully healed again, so alright, we're waiting, and the X-59 Marauder is now available, so there we go. And kudos to using the word fuselage. What? And armor-plated shell. Alright, so let's take a look real quick. Just gonna do a quick comparison to the other ones. So we have one cannon and two heavies, so we don't need missiles anymore, basically, so we can just carry torpedoes with us at all points. It's 100,000 maintenance cost, so that is going to be expensive to maintain. It has 1.25k hit points, which I think our Corsair had 2,000? Oh, it only had 800. Okay, so yeah, they really do work. Definitely gonna get rid of the MiGs at this point then. 300 hit points, 2 heavy, and the maintenance cost is still 100, so looks like that is the maintenance cost of all of our ships, so getting more is actually better. So I'm gonna probably start producing this in bulk and trying to get rid of my other ships. We'll get rid of course, the Condors first, and then we'll get rid of the MiGs, and then we'll get rid of the Corsairs, maybe. I think the Corsairs are still going to be viable. What's the speed on this thing? Top speed is 3.8. And the Corsair is 2.7. I think 2.7 is fine. I'm not sure if anything was faster. I think something might have been 2.8. So we definitely need to get the X-59 Marauder into place. So we're going to go to the workshop screen right now. As soon as this is done, we're going to pump out at least one. Commence project. I don't think I can do two. Oh, I can do two. I think. There we go. So we're going to do two immediately. And when the Corsair is done here, I'm going to ship it over to the base, and then we're going to continue from there. Okay guys, sorry about that. Probably a little bit of Fade to Black action there. I had to edit, had to do some stuff because apparently dinner was ready, so, and it was pretty terrible, just saying. It normally wouldn't be bad, but my wife decided and she's not a bad cook, don't get me wrong here. She decided to stop at a restaurant, get a pot pie, bring it home, and cook it, which is fine, but I'm not a big fan of pot pie. Chicken pot pie, it depends. There's a few that I can eat, and they're okay, and it's all well and good. But I'm not a big fan of carrots or peas, and that's generally the filling you have with the sauce and the chicken and all that in the pot pie. So this was extra bad because not only was it not chicken pot pie, it was turkey pot pie, which normally would be good as far as chicken or turkey. I prefer turkey, but it made me sad because I really like turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Very plain, very simple. That's what I want. That's what I like on Thanksgiving and Christmas, whatever it is. That's it. That's all I want, and it's fine. But it makes me sad when it's used for other things. Like my wife likes to make hot turkey sandwiches. That's a waste of turkey in my opinion. Give me my turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Don't put it on a piece of bread. What are you doing? So that's my philosophy on food. There you go. Meat, potatoes, and gravy. Delicious. Alright, distractions, things, I don't know. Stuff's happening. Oh, we need to research something. Alright. So we're gonna go with the Predator Assault Armor of Death, because that just sounds exciting and amazing. And at some point we need to do plasma explosives as well, and we have to interrogate an alien leader. Alright, and now Mutanaut is, you know what? Here. Just so you guys can have your way, because apparently popular demand was not Rita getting the plasma assault rifle, or assault weapon. It was, in fact, Mutanot that everybody wanted to have it, which makes sense, and I agree that's how it should have always been. So there, she just got stripped of her weapon. He has it now. He has her weapon, and then I'm going to give her a new one, or the new one, which you guys probably get mad at that too, being like, why doesn't he get the new one? It's fine, guys, it's fine. I'm used to the hate. Bring it on. Don't bring it on. Don't hate me. Don't hate. I love you guys, and girls, and gals, ladies, women? I don't. Whatever. Alright, onward. And just gotta make sure everybody is slightly overloaded. Just slightly. And we have done some capturing, we have done some killing, we have done some shooting down, some lifting up. Things are going pretty good for us overall. There we go, we have the happy giraffe. And yeah, MC clap your hands, you've been doing pretty good. You've actually gained some strength. You have a medal that no one else has, which is mildly impressive. Alright, I like it. So we're gonna kind of speed up time a little bit. And I forgot something again. I made another terrible mistake. Alright, we're gonna send bacon, lettuce, and tomato after that. And then we're gonna do this because I'm an idiot. You guys can yell at me, laugh at me, mock me. It's fine, I deserve it. Totally forgot to get these boys moving on that. Oh, that's gonna take a while. Ugh. It's fine. Alright, and it begins anew. I might actually do some air combat. Ooh, let's go take those down with our baby ships. Alright, we're gonna intercept that with... we'll go hound and a hound. I don't know that I can deal with that one yet, so we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna tail until over land. We're going to engage. We are behind it. We're going to afterburn ourselves. And that's pretty much it. So, oh, we're not behind it. I thought we were. Okay, well then we're gonna change our attack vectors then. And if I don't have to use that, I won't. In fact, I can probably slow down a little even. And how much damage have we done so far? 60 damage. I don't think we're out of bullets yet. Pretty close, and there it is. Oh, you fired your torpedoes, you doofus. Oh. Seriously? Alright, we're gonna engage now. Now we're in the right attack vector. Alright. Now we can afterburn everything and just murder. It's fine. By the time he's able to turn, we will be long gone, I believe. And you are going to go this way. And you are going to roll and murder. Murder. And there we go. Simple, easy, delicious victory. Okay, so I shot, oh no, I shot that one down over, whatever, over water. I just cost myself some money. That was a mistake, but it is what it is. I'll manage. Easy kill. Auto resolve that. Return to base. Yeah, I misunderstood which was which and where they were going, so shame on me. Oh, really? Nope, not squadron. Come on. UFO intercept with the bump pod. And we need to deal with that as well. Should be easy to do. Not quite done rearming, huh? And any second now. Oops, wrong button. Intercept, and we are good to go. We shall launch them and auto-resolve that one. Oh, well, that was terrible. I shouldn't have done that. I kind of expected the same type of outcome. Alright, you guys can leave, and we're going to do a landed dealie, and hopefully it works out, it pans out, and we are good to go. We'll see. And after this, guys, we're going to break out the episode once again. So, not my greatest 2-episode run, but not too bad. Mistakes were definitely made, but overall, I don't know. I don't think anything ridiculously terrible happened. So we're going to roll with this as quickly as we can conceivably do it, and get out there and get moving in just a sec. We're not quite there yet, not quite ready to do what we do. I don't know why I keep trying to grab the medical supplies, guys. I don't know. Maybe I feel that we're automatically wounded or injured in some way. Okay, that was far less impressive than I was hoping. But, should be able to do it again? No? Yeah, we'll take a chance. Alright, it paid off. That's nice. Alright. Upward and onward. Go hither. There's nothing that way. We're going to go out this way. Take a look around, and it seems like there's nothing there. So we're going to land. And there we go. Excuse me, guys. Alright. Get our shield units out and moving. And prep to survive. I'm going to run down this way. Tornal Redith is going to go over here and back up. Is that the Happy Giraffe? Nope. Scoony U-turn Singleton. It's a pretty good backup. I mean, you always kind of want Redith as your backup. It's a good person to back you up with. And Commander Yad Varnus. Skyward, my friend. You have scouting to do. And eventually landing to do. Alright. So you've scouted, you've landed, and everything has worked. Xenonauts is going to go this way. And in theory, everything's going to pan out just fine. So, take a knee, look left, look straight, and we're good. Almost good. I always forget one person, and there it is. It's MC Clap Your Hands with a Z, and he is ready to go. Or she, depending on how you look at it. Alright, we're going to end our turn. Oh, that sounded scary, but not that bad, considering nothing horrible happened to me in the process. Alright. Next. We're going to charge down here and essentially hit the end of the map. We did. I come over this way. Probably going to take a knee a few times. There we go. I'm going to get Mutanot over in this direction. Less likely to have grenades launched on our heads or rocket launchers flying at us, so we should be pretty safe in that regard. We're going to take a peek again. And there we go, we have our alien menace. And I'm very tempted to do that, though that does seem kind of foolish overall. So I don't think I'm going to quite go through with it yet. I might land here, though. And be ready for the next turn. Alright, so we have MC Clap Your Hands way down there. We're going to get Mutanot to join them. And we're going to go charging through this with our folks. Okay. And it all seems well and good and fine and dandy. Other shield unit, where are you? Happy Giraffe, get up here, buddy. We have Splooch, Senor Capitan Splooch Esquire, coming up to the front lines. We're going to have Yad Varnus do what Yad Varnus do. Okay. A little closer. Hopefully the very loud and obnoxious doesn't get heard by the aliens. The alien. And we're going to do something really dumb and once again rely on Redith to land a grenade. And she did. So he'll be forced to move around a little bit, which is great. We kind of want to force the enemy to do things that we know they might not normally want to do. So I think what I'm gonna do then, since he is there, maybe this. Alright. I think we're ready to go. So we'll end the turn. Hopefully this goes pretty quickly. I'm not sure if I knocked out the alien or if it got shot or what that sound was. But either way, it didn't sound pleasant for the alien. That much is certain. That much is true. Okay, well, let's walk over here and shoot him in the side of the face. And blowy. Okay, I didn't expect a kill out of that, but it's okay. And I guess I could run up. There we are. Maybe I can get some reaction shot. Yeah, fired at me, and I did. And that is just sweet, sweet nice. Alright, pretty close, but easy peasy. Easy peasy. Alright, well, we're doing pretty good. I'm gonna go a little higher. Ah, there we go. So we have a new alien menace. Please don't hit me. Oh gosh. Okay, single shot. I can deal with that. She's in an interesting position at this point. Alright, we're gonna get Mutanot to go over here. Aha, there's another alien. Oh, there's quite a few over in this general region. I kinda like that. Alright. I guess I can go here. Here-ish. Alright, that's fine. Let's go take a peek around the corner. He is down and out in Delaware. It's okay. And we have a farmer over there who's ready to poop himself. That's okay as well. Pooping farmers, the great American dream. Or nightmare, depending. I don't know. I don't claim to know things. I just simply am. I exist, therefore I am. That doesn't make any sense. Most of what I say doesn't make any sense if you guys have actually been paying attention. I oftentimes spew nonsensicalness, and it's okay. I've accepted it, and I've moved on. Alright. And... Senor Capitan Splooch Esquire, go! Alright, this should be pretty easy. We should be able to breach this without much of a problem, unless something terrible happens, like a really bad crossfire or something. I don't think it will, though. I think I'm gonna be okay. Hey, man. Alright, let's move you here. Yeah, why not? Oh! What? MC, clap your freaking hands, buddy, with a Z, doing work. He's like, you know what? I could just murder the hay. Rather not. And he didn't. He said, I said, good day, sir. And he killed that guy. Dead. Alright, well, that guy's right over there. Let's get a prep to survive at least one shot before we finish him with a sniper. Boom. Alright, and I suppose I will do the honors. Blam. Alright. So there we go. That is sweet, sweet, nice. We are in position to breach the ship. And hopefully it all pans out just nice for us. Not entirely sure, though. Okay. Moved. Everybody's moved. Gotta love editing magic, ladies and gentlemen. Constant distractions, constant interruptions, but I am continuing on. I am forcing the issue. I am trying to get things done, guys. So, sorry for the edits and the cuts and everything, but it is what it is. And, well, it allows me to actually get this done where normally I wouldn't be able to. Like, originally, when I first started doing this, I did not edit anything. It was just a plain raw file, and there was nothing. So if there was any disruptions, any distractions, that meant I lost however many minutes of recording instantly. So that definitely wasn't fun. I had to get rid of that. I had to go and get some sort of editing software. I had to get some sort of recording some recording editing magic going on, because losing an entire episode because somebody called or walked into the room or whatever the case was really gets frustrating, and then you have to do it over again. And then there's even a few games where, thankfully I think I had editing software by that point, a few games where there was no save feature, like you couldn't save at different points, and it was like more action. I think even a few games I haven't been able to pause, so it was a risk. It was always risky doing the recording, so I'd say within probably 2 months I got a recording. Before that, so all my original stuff was all just flat recorded stuff that I did in one sitting without any interruptions, any distractions. Now, still, generally speaking, in all honesty, I actually do most of my recordings in one sitting without any editing, other than just like at the beginning and at the end where I do my intro and my outro, where I do like the little pixelated fade in and stuff like that. That's literally, I'd say 75 to 80% of the time, maybe even more than that, I don't have to edit anything. So, I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm sure I could probably edit things more, and some of you probably wouldn't want me to, but who knows? So I've set up everything. I've officially joined Curse Network now, so I am part of a network on YouTube. Yay, go me! And yeah, some little bit of money is going to start flowing in, which is going to be nice. I'm by no means going to be able to make a living off of this, at least not until I get at least, I want to say at least 50 times bigger than I am now. Then maybe I could start making a living off of it. Even then, it wouldn't be the best of living. But either way, guys, I do appreciate all of you who have subscribed, who do watch. It is really, really cool to actually do something that everybody, well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people like and enjoy. And you know, it makes me feel good that I'm actually contributing something that people can, you know, use and enjoy. So that's great. And what I'm going to do with the little bit of income I do get from YouTube, well, technically my wife gets it from YouTube, but regardless, it's going to pay for whatever game budget I already have. It's not that much per month, but I've been fortunate to get some games from the developers, so that has definitely helped in that regard. I'm going to work on getting a new microphone set up. I like my headset and microphone quite a bit, but I still notice it's not the most clear and best quality that I could have. So I'm going to try very hard to improve that. That's going to be my next goal. So I'll probably start setting aside a little bit of money to try to get maybe like a mixing board, and then to actually get probably a separate mic, I would say. And then when I do the recordings, I'll use that. It should get rid of most of the background noise. Depending on how much noise canceling there is and everything else, maybe I can actually run an air conditioner or a fan or something to keep me from dying in the summer months. That would be nice. So I do have plans. It's not just going to be me being greedy and pocketing all the money, though I could definitely do that and would enjoy it a lot. Likewise, I would enjoy getting a lot of games. Right now there's 3 or 4 games on the horizon I'm pretty excited about. And I wanted to run something by you guys. It's kind of a weird thing, because I'm pretty much going to do what I want either way. I'm just not sure I'm the greatest to do it. Anyway, I've been a pretty big fan of a lot of... Oh great, I totally forgot the name of the company that does it. I don't even remember the name of the company anymore. If you guys ever played any of the Gothic games, Gothic 1, 2, 3, or Risen 2, I'm a pretty big fan of whoever that company is, and I apologize that I did forget. Their games, I like their games. The first game that was really kind of like open world, you had a lot of different decisions you could make, and I'm sure there's more. Whoa, that's a lot of aliens. Maybe I'll continue this after I clear this room. How about that? Because this is a somewhat scary room. Oh, I couldn't quite finish that. That's kind of unfortunate. Anybody else can shoot? Yes! That's exactly what I was hoping for. Alright, well, let me continue with my my line of thinking here. In just a second. Oop, that wasn't the best of ideas. Should be able to turn all the way around. Okay. So that worked out pretty decent. I think I'm gonna go here. That worked out pretty good too. Alright guys, just bear with me while I slowly clear the room. trying not to make too many horrible mistakes. It was the first game that really had a lot of, you could choose which faction to go support, you could do, I mean, I'm sure there's games that other people have played that came out before Gothic 1 did, or the original Gothic game, or however you'd like to say it. And, you know, I'm not claiming it was the first one to ever come up with that idea or anything like that. It's the first one that I played that I really got to do that in. So, that is what I'm saying. Don't take it out of context. Don't argue that there were other games first. I'm aware of that. Or the probability that that's true. Haven't done any research. Anyway, back on point. The whole point I'm trying to make is I had never experienced anything quite like that before. Now, the controls were really weird. It is a pretty... Really? It is a pretty old game. Pretty nicely done. So, I'm not sure if I would ever play Gothic 1 again, because even Gothic 2 is... The controls are pretty bad nowadays, so it's hard for me to really... I don't know. I don't want to say get behind it, but just kind of focus and do it and accomplish it. So, going back to Gothic 1 might even be more challenging, and I'm not sure how... newer system, older system type thing runs. So, well, he's suppressed. We're all counting on you. 42%, 50%, and there we go. God Varna's doing work. So, basically, I'm wondering if you guys would be interested in seeing me play some of the Gothic games, some of the Risen games. I've beaten Risen 1. I played Risen 2 a little bit, and the control scheme differed so much from the first game that I just put it back down, not to never play it again, but because it was... I basically had to learn an entire game all over again from scratch. A lot of the lore was the same and everything else, and from what I've heard, a lot of people weren't super thrilled with the direction that Risen 2 took. It didn't seem to fit 100% with what they were trying to do. Like, it was, you know, medieval times, obviously. It's a classic RPG, you know, swords and armor and everything else. And then Risen 2 went more of like a pirate theme. So it really, I mean, they tied the story together, but it didn't exactly fit. A lot of people were unhappy about that. So the reason I'm bringing all this up is Risen 3 is coming up, and that is a game I'm really excited to play. I'm hoping that it's as fun as Risen 1 was, or as fun as Risen 2 might be once I give it a really good attempt or try. What the heck was that? So if you guys would be interested in seeing me play that, or I could start, if you really wanted me to, with the old Gothic games. Gothic 2, maybe start with Gothic 3. There is a 4th Gothic game out, but the developers of the game were working with, I guess, a publisher, Joe Wood or something like that, I believe it's called. And they really didn't see eye to eye. They forced out Gothic 3 well before it was ready, before the developers wanted to put it out. So they kind of just cut ties and said, fine, you can have the IP for X number of days, and we're just going to do something else. And that's how Risen came about. So I generally do turn-based strategy games. That's kind of my thing. It's what I enjoy a lot. I do also enjoy RPG games. You know, the Elder Scroll games. Hot and cold on Elder Scroll, or the Elder Scrolls series. I can't say they were my favorite, but I can definitely see the merit behind them and that why a lot of people did like them. So I'm not insulting, like, I don't want you guys to be like, oh, it's the greatest thing ever made and you're not liking it. It's fine. Everybody has different tastes, guys. It goes back to the whole taste thing. But, yeah. I was a big Risen fan and a big Gothic fan. By the time and the reason that Gothic 2 I never actually played much or beat was, by the time I went, you know, I really liked Gothic 1. Has there ever been any more Gothic games? It was like 10 years later or more. And I looked, and Gothic 2 was out, and Gothic 3 was out, and I'm like, holy crap, I missed all of this stuff? What in the world? So I went and I picked them all up, and then I was like, well, I don't want to play 3 before I beat 2. And I can't beat 2 because it's unplayable with my current mentality of how controls and things should work. So, yeah. A little disappointing. But overall, not bad. So I'd be willing to struggle through it and see what I can actually accomplish, guys. If you would be interested in seeing it, let me know. Feel free to comment down below, guys, and Tell me what you think. Tell me if you want to see me play maybe a longer, more involved game. Now, as far as streaming goes, like I said, I'm going to start doing that once I get my setup the way I want here. It is definitely not that way right now, so I will not be streaming for a little while at least. Hopefully that doesn't upset any of you. Oh, please don't die. Okay, good. I knew that was a risk going over there. Alright, come on, dude. Just shoot. Very nice. Alright, and he absorbed a lot of stuff. Excellent. Actually, he absorbed everything. Alright, so good. So we're going to come over here, and hopefully we're able to shoot this guy down. Point blank. Oh, it was not enough. That was unexpected. I'm going to get Rita to come over here and Kablowie. There we go. Just kind of hide over in that corner. Get prepped to survive to go walk into this and just flat out face tank him. There we go. And that leaves... yeah, I guess our snipers can all take pot shots at him. I somehow have a feeling that this might not end as good as I'm hoping. Not working for me. Alright, how close can Splooch get? Alright, here we go. There it is. Alright, so victory. So, yeah, let me know if you guys have ever heard of the game, wanted to see it covered. If you want to see it covered, please feel free to comment down below and tell me. I know I get distracted, guys, near the end of the thing. I don't want to mess up. I've already had one death in the last couple episodes, so I want to make sure that that doesn't happen again. Really good stat gain all the way across the board for my lower end folks. My hand people still ended up getting some decent stats, so that's not too bad. And the injuries are all down under 10 days, so that's a win overall. That's what I'm going to count it as. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Might have run long, might have run short. I don't know. I had 2 big interruptions. I have no idea how long I've actually been going, but either way, that's going to do it. Until next time, my name's Bumpy McSquigums, and I will see you later.